This dashing gentleman right here, called Bai Qi, BQ, or barbecue, the way he's gonna sizzle all of these marches on the open field. And man, with a nickname the deity of death, he's certainly gonna snatch Ragnar's soul from being meta on the open field for just like 3 months or so. Man, as soon as I saw the 5 target smite AoE, I knew it was GG. It was game over. Because this guy is like Luce 2.0. And that's exactly what one commander needed to be effective. So, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about the skills, but obviously I'm going to review them. But I'm just very happy because I think I have a very good use for him personally. And I can share that with you right away and why I think that is the case. So, infantry versatility smite. This tells you he's going to be on the wheel of fortune, so pretty great for open field, right? But for free to play low spender, I'm definitely gonna spin like at least 1 or 2 wheels before investing fully into him to get some more value. But to me, if you read his active skills, so he does 2400 5 target AoE, and each target has 3% chance to take 15 extract damage. This automatically tells you he needs to be primary, I think. Especially when you take into consideration he has a smite tree. And smite tree is just very good for rage manipulation and basically more damage for smite, more counterattack, and all that good stuff. Second skill, basically stats of march speed, health, and attack. And when I read this, I immediately thought of another commander who has almost exactly these type of stats. And man, I think he's so happy to see him in the game. And this dude is called Wallace. Wallace has exact same health, exact same march speed, and 10% less attack. So if you pair these two together, you have 20% health, 17% attack, and 40% march speed. That is pretty amazing. The primary skill of Wallace is nice, but it's only single target. He had the smite tree, so there was an argument for him to be used as a primary, but now with barbecue soon into the game, you put him primary, Wallace secondary, because Wallace's third skill will activate on Bai Qi's active skill. So you're going to be amplifying that 2400 damage factor even further with 40% chance, which is an 80% chance of that happening. But if you go all the way up to the talent tree, you have this one, which is basically the same thing, except the chance is like drastically lower, but it is still possible, and it's going to be increased by a further 10%. So if this everything aligns, you're going to be amplifying Bai Qi's active skill by 50%. That is pretty amazing. Like, it's that alone, I think deserves to have a use in this pairing. Even though it has a 10-second cooldown, you can still use it if you hit it on the active skill in the first 10 seconds and you move away. You know, in the back and forth meta that we're in right now, I think this could be really powerful. Next up, now these are the stacking skills, and honestly, if you take a quick glance, I think reading this one first makes more sense. So right from the get-go, you deal more normal damage. I think Wallace has the same thing. Like, he takes less normal damage, but he also deals more normal damage when attacking troop in a map. So this is very good synergy as well. And 10% more smite damage is going to be very good with the new smite formation that is coming into the game as well. So this is the pairing. I truly feel it in my veins. Alright, so when attacking a field troop, you gain 10 stacks of malice. Malice is basically little ticks of smite damage, so it's not that really meaningful, but you get these stacks for every 10% units it loses. So even when you're going down, you're actually getting some benefits. As for my personal play, I think this is amazing because I play sometimes recklessly and I do get my March sad face quite a lot. So for this purpose, I like this commander as well. But you get a 5% bonus to smite damage for every 10% it is missing. So the more you the more your health goes down, the pricklier you get, so the report won't be as bad. And for someone like me who really empathize with this type of feeling of getting like sad faced and things like that, that is quite nice. We're gonna be seeing how much it does, but 30% smite damage dealt, or actually 5% bonus smite damage dealt, is obviously gonna scale up, but that won't scale too much because your health is decreasing, so you're going down. So on your way down, you're gonna be doing more damage, which is all right. Feeling swarmed is very good in like in altar fight when you're only using one march. I think this is also has good practicality, so I like it, and it kind of fits my playstyle more because I don't mind getting like yellow and red and, you know, going all in and sad face. But that's just me, not the most effective. Right. At the next skill, if this commander's troop is attacking troop on the maps, once again you have to be actively attacking, not just existing on the map. You gain 10 stacks. And the way I interpret this is if the target you're hitting is just weak, he's gonna punish you so much for being weak. And I kinda like this. It's very based. So he's gonna kick you while you're down. He's gonna inflict more wounds. He's gonna basically really kick you down and amping himself up with the bonus rage recovery. So the cooldown is really low. So I'm really curious to see this in action. It could be pretty funny, and it could be very broken in practice. But I want to see it first. And the expertise. The expertise is wild. I think it has a lot of ifs. But here we go. If this commander's troop is on the map after severely wounding 400,000 enemy units. So I think this, I don't know how it is going to be calculated, but this is not sustainable for most players. Like, they have to be really microing the march, or they have to be like have like a really huge march capacity to make this happen. But even if you get that, you get 5% bonus to normal damage dealt. So it's not like a crazy big deal. But this second part of the skill gets kind of interesting, because when you reduce to 50% health, you deal 60% more damage and take 30% less damage for the next second. Sounds great. It's probably going to be great, but you know, when you're 50% units remaining, you won't be as effective when you're like 80% or 90% with your true capacity. But once again, when you're going down, you're taking them with you, and I like that. I like that playstyle a lot. It's like kamikaze playstyle. When reduced to 15% units remaining, it deals 100% more damage. It takes 50% less damage for the next 6 seconds. I think this is like Leonidas expertise as well. It's cool, but once you're at 15% units, you're kind of useless or dead. So it's cool, but not necessary. So this is going to be pretty big in Canyon. You use this guy with maybe even Constantine. Use this guy with Constantine. Use Luce with Philip. Use Luce Wallace or something like that. I'm just brainstorming from the top of the dome. But overall, his active skill makes him a force on the field. He has march speed, has health, which is very necessary for infantry who is severely lacking health from the equipment point. And most commanders really don't have health much, and a lot of defense, and I mean a lot of defense. And these two skills are basically just kicking them while they're down, and even if you're going down, you're taking them with you. So pretty cool. And with Wallace, Wallace was an underused commander so far. I think a lot of people have mixed reviews, and you know, for good reason. But I think this commander is really going to bring out the best of him, because he's going to be also doing smite damage. So there's a lot of like intricate, there's a lot of synergy going on, especially with the upcoming smite formation or the pincer formation. And yeah, the third skill is going to be very good for this because it's going to be activating Bai Qi's primary skill, active skill. I can actually show you that. I think I did a test just to confirm, but here we go. I did Luce primary, Wallace secondary, and on the first active cycle. If you take a look, right before, right after, where is it? Yeah, the Luce cast his active skill. The damage triggered Willem Wallace's third skill, which is going to amplify it even further, and it's going to happen every 10 seconds. So it's pretty strong. Obviously 10 seconds are going to be a bit long in the back and forth meta, so you're going to be only relying it for one skill cycle, but still you're going to be doing potentially 50% more damage if the talent aligns on that turn to 5 targets. I think that alone is worthwhile using. And what I also like about the Smite tree, not just the bar talent here, but also this one right here. Whenever this commander troop deals any type of smite damage, so this also counts towards these malice stacks. So that's, yeah, it deals smite damage. Doesn't really matter how much, but whenever you deal smite damage, you will reduce the rage. I think this is also very important, very underrated, and with now having more smite commanders in the game, we can use them as primary. And we all know how rage manipulation is crucial in these open field fights, where everything is all about getting your skills out faster than the opponent, so you can wear them down and win. So, pretty happy about this. I'm gonna be working on Bai Qi for sure. I'm not gonna max right away, and I do have the heads to max it right away, but I do plan to make some further investments into this ranged march. But we're gonna talk about that tomorrow on the stream. We're gonna be having our pass opening, first day of many fights, hopefully. And with all that said, I'll catch you guys in the stream. Bye bye.